The long-awaited official release of the Tiny Joker is here. A special Halloween bento put together just for you guys, and a one-time limited custom color collab on one of the best shad glides on the market is here. This is what's new this week at the Hookup Tackle.
I got you stuck off the realness. We be the infamous, you heard of us. Official Queensbridge murderers. The mob comes equipped for warfare. Beware of my crime family who got enough shots to share for all those who wanna profile and pose. Rock you in your face, stab your brain with your nose bone. You all alone in these streets, cousin. Every man for theyself in this land we be gunning. And keep them shook crews running like they supposed to. They come around but they never come close to. I can see it inside your face, you're in the wrong place. Cowards like you just get their whole body laced up with bullet holes and such. Speak the wrong words, man, and you will get touched. You can put your whole army against my team, and I guarantee you it'll be your very last time breathing.
Welcome back, my friends. I am Ben with the Hookup Tackle, the Tackle Otaku on Instagram, being joined this beautiful Sunday morning by my buddy David. Happy Sunday to you guys. I hope you guys have been having a fantastic week. It is mind-boggling to think that we are at the end of October. This is the last weekend in October that I get to see you guys. Halloween is this, like, dude, I don't know what happened to 2025, but it is just blazing by, good and bad ways. So cheers to you guys. We made it another week. Did some fishing, did some drinking, did some eating, did some fun hangouts. So cheers, you guys. I hope you guys are doing great. And, thank you guys for all the chaotic business last week with the Citizen Micro Drop and the Core Respect. It means the world to us for the support. So thank you guys very much. Cheers to you, David. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good thing for my health that every day isn't Sunday.
I look forward to this drink every Sunday. Yeah. It's so good.
Yeah, we should probably do this at the end of the video because it just makes me want to drink. All right, we are going to jump right into it with a special custom color collab I never saw coming. So about a year and a half ago, Spro reached out and said, hey, we want to do a couple of custom color collabs. And I'm like, Spro? Do they know who they're talking to? And I said, what are we talking about? They're like, well, on the KGB Chad Shad. And once they said that, I was in. And this is a bait that when it first arrived, Jeff and CJ took it literally the first day, took them off the pallet, went to the lake, had a 40-pound bag, and it just became a staple for everybody here at the shop. And I know it's become a staple for a lot of you guys. So today we are dropping the two Tackle Otaku custom color collabs on the KGB Chad Shad. We have Dirty 30 and Sake Bomber. All right, now as many of you guys know, the KGB Chad Shad has historically been known as like kind of the staple shad glide in the industry. And a few years back, Spro and KGB collabed to create an ABS version, which is great because the ABS gives it a real consistency and it makes it much more readily available and at a less expensive price point, right? You're at a $60, I guess now a $63 price point on a bait that comes with Gamakatsu hooks, swivel hook hangers, all the great things, and it just moves effortlessly. It's become a staple for many, many, many people. One of the challenges is the color selection has left a lot of us needing more, right? And you guys know, if you've hung out here for any amount of time, that I'm a huge proponent, or in my own arsenal, white's like a key. So, you know, especially when we're talking about a shad glide or some kind of bait fish imitation, needing something white is really, really critical for me, because white's one of those colors that works incredibly well in clear water. They really respond to it, but it's one of the best colors for murkier water as well. So, you know, we do a lot of, you know, white customs, white walker, ghost geisha, and Dirty 30 is one. We did all those colors in a Chad Shad. When we put the Dirty 30 on it, it just looked so perfect. So the Dirty 30 is, you know, designed to just be an all-around white bait fish pattern. It's got a little bit of a red pearl, so similar to like an albino pearl shad. Comes up, it's got a little bit of a faint kind of pink you know, lateral line. And then what we did different on this one than what we've done, say, with like some of the OSP cranks and other baits that we've done, is we dropped that silver a little further down the shoulder to give it a little more flash. So as this thing moves, the amount of flash is incredible on this thing. So even if you guys are herring guys, or you're fishing like in the south where you got more tannic water, this is really going to give you a great, you know, full profile look at a great white pattern, okay? So the other color, of course, that we had to do is Sake Bomber. Now, we've done Sake Bomber in pretty much everything that we do custom color-wise. We did it a few years back with DRT in the Tiny Clash and the Clash 9, and that color in a glide bait has become a staple for us. When I grab my TK, I always start with Sake Bomber. When CJ grabs his K9, he always starts with Sake Bomber. There's just something about this color combination that works great, right? So it's basically a full matte finished bait. Think of it as almost like a matte shad. If you were to take like a Megabass matte shad, it's very, very similar to that. It's got a little bit of a white pearl on the belly, and then kind of a transparent, clear matte side, a little bit of a purple pearl lateral line, and then it got a transparent kind of amber to brown back. So it looks so natural. This thing could be a gizzard shad, it could be a full-size threadfin, it could be a baby bass, it could be a bluegill. I was out fishing it this week with CJ, and there's little tilapia and bluegill swimming around, and it blends in so well. It's just very natural. So, you know, if there's one color to grab for me in a glide, it's almost always Sake Bomber. And then if I need something with more body, now that we have the Dirty 30, it's a perfect 1-2 punch. So this was a great collab. I appreciate Spro for asking me to do it. I hope it's a collab that speaks to you guys. I know a lot of you guys have these in your arsenal. Literally the only thing you need to do with this bait, by the way, is just attach it to something. So a snap, a split ring, whatever you like. I usually just use a size 3 or 4 snap, or you can put a split ring up there, but everything else is good to go. So it already has the gummies on it. It's a fairly fast sink, so it's a true sinking glide. So on, you know, 16, 18, 20 pound line, anywhere in there, it's going to sink something like this, okay? And if you're not familiar with it, it's a real choppy bait, so you can fish it real quick with your reel handle or rod twitch, and this thing is just going to chop, right? You can give it some pause, like maybe 1, 2, 3, and it'll chop, chop, kind of kick. And then right as it starts sinking, you want to kick it back, right? And it has just a little bit of hang time. It's a really cool bait. So here's what we're doing. So one-time drop. They're $63.99 is the Chad Shad pricing, so you guys can pick them up individually if you just want the Dirty 30, or if you just want the Sake Bomber. But we are going to do a special 1-2 punch, kind of a dual tackle otaku special on the two. So if you want them both, you can pick up the 2-pack for $99.99. You'll get one of each. So that's less than 50 bucks a piece for a custom color glide. That's a pretty dope deal. Okay, so I hope that speaks to you, and I hope you guys have a lot of fun with that bait. But there you go. My 2 custom colors, Sake Bomber, Dirty 30, and the KGB Chad Shad. Those are both available now. Enjoy. All right, stoked to finally be able to bring this next one for you guys. We showcased this during our JDM Experience Showcase, new product showcase in July. Finally, the official release here in the USA of the DRT Tiny Joker is here. Now, this is obviously, look, anything DRT is hype, and we're all excited to get it. But this is a really cool offering from DRT because it expands DRT baits to basically everybody, right? So a lot of times when you think of, you know, even though Clash 9 is a pretty easy bait to throw around, still a 4-ounce bait. It's not everybody's cup of tea, right? And you think of some of the newer baits that have come, the Ghost and the Frenzies and, you know, these crazy big baits. Now we jump into something that's 1.5 ounces and, you know, under 4 inches long. Now everybody has a chance to play, and that's the Tiny Joker. Now, I'm gonna walk through this with you. This is a really, really fun bait because of the ability to customize this thing. So much like a Tiny Clash or Clash 9, where there's lips and there's tails and there's all kinds of different manipulations that you can do with it, that same ability is built into this bait, and I think you guys are gonna have a ton of fun with this thing. So before we get to that, let's talk about the colors. And actually, I guess before we talk about the colors, let's talk about versions. So there's 2 different versions in this. There is a popping version and there is a ribbit version, okay? It is the same bait. The only difference is that the popping version has a different sound than the ribbit. In fact, why don't I take them out of the package? That'll make more
That
sense.
makes more. Yeah.
Okay, so while I'm opening this, by the way, each one of these is going to come obviously with the bait, and then there will be a separate little accessory pack in there as well. I'm gonna get to that here in a second. So here is the popping version, here is the ribbit version. It's just a sound thing, okay? So on the popping, when I hold everything together, you can hear it's just like one kind of low-pitched tungsten shift in there, right? When I hold the ribbit, you have that brass knocking around in there, so a higher pitch sound, okay? But the bait itself is the same, it's built the same, it does all the customization the same, right? So you get a chance to choose if you want the higher pitch sound or the lower pitch sound, okay? 5 colors in this thing. So, of course, I just showed you the redhead, okay, which is basically a bone material too on this thing. It's a bone body, and then it has that kind of deep red head. That's going to be a killer one. Obviously, this is a saltwater inspired color, but this is going to be just a great all-around, you know, shad color. We have the Biwasagi, okay, and all 5 of these colors are going to be in both versions, okay? We have TJ Gill. We have TJ Frog. And we have DRT Bass. Okay, so the 5 colors, 2 versions. Out of the package, what makes the Tiny Joker, now if you guys aren't familiar with the Joker, Joker is a wake bait that DRT makes. The Tiny Joker obviously is tiny, it's a smaller version, but there's some really unique things about it. First off, this is on a grooved attachment. Okay, so as this swings, it's going to create a different kind of grinding, squeaking sound. The second thing is this back end you can see is cupped. Now a lot of times when you see topwater baits, the front of the bait is cupped, right? The mouth is cupped, and you get a lot of the sound, that popping and walking sound from the front of the bait. This is a little different situation. When this thing moves, that concave, that water wraps around and pops out of it, and it creates this hollow popping sound that's totally different than anything else on the market. It's an amazing sound that, you know, you can really only replicate with something like a PB wrap, you know, something that's like a long 4-piece that has that kind of, you know, hollow popping sound. It's really, really dope. It comes with a lip, okay? This is a Tiny Clash lip. So any of the Tiny Clash lips will fit this. Okay, and these come in and out. So if you don't want it, you can remove it. If you want to flip it around, you can flip it around. If you want a shorter lip or whatever, you can do that. Okay, so very, very cool that they do that. Now, you can throw the bait right out of package on a slow retrieve. It's going to just be a wake bait. It's going to have this really beautiful popping sound to it. You can walk it, and it walks incredible, and it has almost a 200-degree swing, so almost like a pencil popper where they swing 180 degrees, so when it's going back and forth instead of slicing, it's more of a doof, 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 like this, right? So it's gonna go all the way sideways. It will walk just like that, and it walks like that, lip in or lip out, either way, so it doesn't really matter. Now, if you're fishing around wood, toolies, obstacles where you might need the bait to kind of bounce up and over, you can just take this lip, pull it out, flip it, and that will give you the ability for it to kind of turn into a 4-wheel drive and bounce up and over, which is great. If you want to speed crank this thing, it will dive a foot or so you can get kind of a subsurface crank look. And then you get to the accessory part. And this is really where you guys get to have a lot of fun and turn this into whatever style bait you want to do. So inside of this pouch, there is going to be basically 4 pieces. So inside there is a DRT custom built prop. There is a large screw. There is a small screw. And then there is like a actual screw, okay? And we'll talk about each one of these. Let's start with the prop, since that's the most obvious. Now, this prop is designed to go on this large screw. There's different screw holes on this bait. You can just attach this right in the back. Get that started. And you can do this all by hand. You don't need any tools to do this. It just twists on. There you go. Okay, so you just twist this on. Now, it doesn't need to go all the way. Okay, it just needs to go about to there. And then you have a prop on the back of this thing. Now, with the lip in, the prop is not designed to spin in a circle. It's designed to clack. It's designed to clack on the bait, right? So it's gonna move up and down the shaft. It's designed to clack on this hook. It's designed to create a different sound that you can hear as it comes through the water. So now you have a little bit of flash, a little bit different sound, a very cool thing. Another thing that a lot of guys are doing is they're taking this smaller screw, okay? And there is a hole on the bottom, and you can put it down here on the bottom of the bait, okay? And again, you can just manually twist it here. And then to this, you can attach a blade, right? So you could attach a big willow blade or Colorado blade, and then you can have this swinging blade that is going to exaggerate the motion. It's going to give you flash. It'll let you add something down there, which is very cool, okay? Another thing you can do is you can take this smaller screw and you can put the smaller screw on the back piece, and you could attach a CPS spring to this with a tail. So if you wanted to add a tail to the bait, you could do that. And then finally, there is this full-size screw, and this one's designed to come straight down into the bait. Now this one, I would recommend, if you're gonna use this one, to get a little bit of a screwdriver, okay? Because this one you're gonna wanna be tight, but basically you're gonna screw it all the way down through here. And for me, this is the even easier one to add a CPS spring to. And you just attach it there, and you have your tail. You could put a blade back here, like a Colorado blade, that'll have it, you know, swivel and pivot, or put it here and have it knock, almost like a gong. So many things you can do with this bait. I think you guys are gonna have a blast customizing it and trying different ways. So there you go. Now, as far as availability, we have a bunch in stock right now. I don't expect them to last very long. Like all things DRT, I never know when they're coming. Okay, it's literally a surprise, and a great surprise every time I get the phone call, hey, they're here. Hell yeah, send them, right? So if you miss out, I don't have any idea when they are coming. So if these speak to you, I know a lot of you guys are maybe getting ready for winter, and the idea of catching them on a wake bait or topwater probably is foreign to you. If you want them for spring, you're gonna need to get them now, because I don't know if there's gonna be any come spring, okay? So there you go. The DRT Tiny Joker, 5 colors, both kinds, the ribbit and the popping, both available right now. All right, up next, just a little special offering from me to you guys. I know we've been doing, over the last few months, we've been doing a lot of these kind of deal bentos, and I've been watching the comments, and everybody asks, where's the Halloween bento? All right, so here's a Halloween bento for you guys, okay? Same drill as usual. It's about a $400 value, $99.99. I'm gonna fly through this just to give you guys an idea of what to expect. These are limited, there's 300 pieces. So if you want them, scoop them up and grab them. There are some OSP Blitz crankbaits in here. There's some tackle topwaters in here. There's, you know, lipless baits. There's some OSP dice, the new 14mm dice. There's some jerk baits in here from a couple different brands. There's a whole collection of OSP soft plastics. There's a beaver, there's a handful of plastics from sticks to craws, more dice. There's a couple of glide baits as well. An Antidote Glide from Baitsanity, an Explorer Gill Glide. You guys get the gist. In total, $400, $99.99. Those are available now. If they speak to you, go ahead and scoop them up. All right, let's jump over to Megabass for a minute. I'm super stoked for this one. We've had these for a few weeks. We've just had so much Megabass. I've been trying not to have it, you know, clouded, right? I wanted it to kind of stand on its own 2 feet. Megabass did a special run of 3 colors and 2 crankbaits that are staples for us here, and I know they're staples for a lot of you guys as well. You are looking at GP Baby Kingo, Hakusai Glitter Gill, and Hakusai Glitter Bass. These are going to be available in both the Deep 6 and the Deep X 300. Okay, I'll take each one of these out. Now, the Deep 6 is a staple crankbait for me and everybody here. This is probably the best crankbait for covering that, you know, they say 6 meters, which would be, you know, 18 to 20 foot. I'm gonna say that 15 to 20 foot zone. This crankbait's unbelievable when you need it to tick things or bounce off of things. The way the weight shifts in it, it shifts to the back, but then when it shifts forward, it shifts all the way to the head. So all the weight is balanced in the front of this thing, so the dive depth is steep. So it's a great one when you have trees coming up that you need to just kind of tick the tops of the trees, or you have bottom that you just want to kind of bounce around. It's a perfect bait without being too loud, right? So you get that low pitch sound of that tungsten weight ball shifting, and that's it. You don't have a lot of rattles or anything else. So GP Baby Kingo is just such a disgustingly sexy baitfish color, which they've needed, right? They don't have a lot of real natural baitfish patterns. So here you go. Now you have a transparent color that's got that blue pearl, a little bit of that morning dawn on it. You got a little bit of that faint chartreuse. Basically all the colors you'd want in a baitfish. Sunken black eye. So that's in the Deep 6 and Deep X 300. So it's available in both of those. Okay, these other 2 colors, you guys, if you're Megabass fans, you've seen these colors before in the Pop Max. And you've never seen them before in these crankbaits. This is super, super cool. This is Hakusai Glitter Bass. Okay, so these Hakusai colors are real sneaky. Okay, they have basically a reddish green pearl belly on this one. It fades up to a crackle pearl. It's real faint crackle pearl on the belly there, and then that great kind of glitter bass marking on the top. Just an amazing all-around baitfish pattern, of course, baby bass. And again, that's going to be in the Deep 6 as well as the Deep X 300. And then the final color is Hakusai Glitter Gill, which again, this is a fantastic crankbait for gill patterns because of the way you fish it, because of how you're going to be ticking it. So Hakusai Glitter Gill, again, is going to give you that beautiful kind of pearlescent belly, that semi-crackle lower part that starts to fade into that bluegill-ish colors. You're getting the illusion stripe on the paint, so it's kind of green, and sometimes it's purple. It's just shifting colors to that bronze back. Just a great all-natural bluegill, tilapia, you know, all those kind of thing pattern. And again, that's going to be in a Deep 6 and a Deep X 300. So all 3 of those colors in those 2 baits are available right now. I've been told it's a one-time offering, so if these speak to you, I would scoop them up. They are available right now. All right, staying on Megabass for a minute, a new color in Spark Shad, okay? This one's dope. So, you know, they've had some chartreuse colors, they've had some white colors, but this is the first one that's brought those 2 colors together. This is the new chartreuse pearl in the Spark Shad. So this is going to be available in all 3 sizes, the 3-inch size, the 4-inch size, and the 5-inch size. Okay, so all 3 sizes come in this. The chartreuse pearl, let me take one out so you guys can really see it, really is a perfect blend of kind of a semi-transparent white pearl on the belly, and then that transparent chartreuse on the top. So you get that great kind of two-tone color tone, the chartreuse and pearl. It's quite a bit different color than the sight chartreuse. So, you know, if that's a color that you guys use a lot, this one's going to give you more of a pearl essence than that one. Plus, it's going to be available in the larger sizes as well, which is super sick. So if those speak to you, and I know it's going to speak to almost every smallmouth person in this feed, those are available now. We also see a return of 2 4-inch colors that we haven't had in a couple of years. So I don't even know if you guys remember these colors, but this is Dio Chart and this is Killer Pink. So a full chartreuse and a full pink color. These are only done in the 4-inch. These are great ones, not just to, you know, on their own, but these are great kind of shock colors. So if you guys fish A-rigs and you have 5 baits on there, you know, throwing a Dio Chart in the middle, or maybe 2, you know, Killer Pinks on top, or just something for like a visual effect, or killer, just killer options. So there you go. Restock on 2, new color across the board from Megabass. All right, jumping over to BottomUp, a new offering from them. And again, we debuted this at our JDM new product showcase back in July. A lot of you guys have been patiently waiting for this arrival. This is the brand new BottomUp Volup Minnow. Okay, now eventually this will be in 10 colors. 5 colors are here now. We expect the other 5 colors to come at any point. But instead of waiting, we just figured let's drop the 5 we have, give you guys a chance to use them, and then we'll let you know when those other 5 are here as well. Now, a lot of you guys probably remember our episode of dropping the Volup Minnow. What makes this unique? Well, several things. First off, it is made, if you smell it and you look at the package, you will recognize that it smells and feels and looks just like a Sakamata shad. That's not by coincidence, okay? So same factory there. What makes this different is that this bait obviously is going to be a very strollable bait. That's how a lot of guys use minnows now. So if you want to throw a jig head on it, it strolls great left and right. But however, this is not necessarily built for that. It's built to be a very versatile bait. So this is an incredible trailer. So as a grass piece trailer, it's amazing. As a chatterbait trailer, even a spinnerbait trailer, it's amazing. It has these jointed grooves all the way around, so the action is tight and lifelike. It's not big and articulated. It's just very, very lifelike going through. It has a belly slit in it, and it has a reinforced chin. So if you wanted to rig it like more of a traditional fluke and twitch it around, you can do that as well. There's also a hook pocket on the back. So that's a great way of doing it as well. But the way that a lot of guys are using it is on the first joint, there is a little kind of circle that you can see, okay? And if you rig it here, okay, and you put your hook through there and out, then this turns into a sideways swimming bait. So if you're fishing down a wall, or if you're a shore guy and you want to fish down a lane, like maybe down a canal or just down the bank, if you hook it here, it's going to swim this way, okay? If you flip it around and you hook it here, it's going to swim this way. So casting it out and just twitching it along, and instead of it coming straight back to you, it's literally going to swim horizontally to you, okay? So you're just gonna twitch it along and it's just gonna move horizontal. It just gives it a whole other dimension and element to its usability. So I think you guys are really gonna dig this thing. We've had them now for a while, from prototype all the way to the final color samples, and we've caught fish on them basically doing every way that we're talking about. Louise recently won a little derb out at one of our local lakes during a tough bite, utilizing that kind of wacky rig style and having it go horizontally down a wall. So I think you guys are going to have a lot of success with it, okay? So all the colors are great. They're all kind of bait fish, you know, natural kind of bait fish patterns. So take a look. Like I said, there's 5 colors now. There'll be 5 more colors coming, probably, you know, early November-ish. So there you go. Enjoy. The Volup Minnow 5-inch from BottomUp. Those are available right now. Okay, a couple of quick restocks just to let you guys know about, because I know a lot of you guys have been waiting. OSP DoLive Beavers are back across the board. So if you guys have been waiting on any size or any color, you know, anything from Scuppernong Blue to Green Pumpkin, everything returns. And one that we haven't seen in a long time, we had them do a special run because a lot of you guys have been asking for the June Bug 4-inch. Okay, so they've been making the 3-inch June Bug as a, you know, almost an everyday availability, but they stopped doing the 4. We had them do that again, so if you guys have been waiting on the 4-inch to return, now is the time to scoop that up. So if you've been waiting on any DoLive Beaver, any size, any color, everything is in stock and available now. Another restock to let you guys know about, without question, the hottest bait finesse bait that we've had in quite some time. This is the Baitsanity Bait Finesse Glide Bait. So there's two versions. There is a crank version and a just, you know, non-lipped version. Both are amazing. The cranked version is the easiest one to use. You just throw it and crank it and let it do its thing. The non-lipped version, you can twitch and get it to have very, very subtle glide movements. It comes with the tungsten adhesives, so it's going to be a floater out of the package. If you use the tungsten adhesives, then you can turn it into a very, very slow sink or suspend and get some great movement out of it. We've been sold out of the majority of the good colors, and pretty much all the good colors are back. So your minnows, your bluegills, your shads, all that kind of stuff are back in stock in both models from Baitsanity. All right, I mentioned to you guys last week that we are going to drop some of our Black Friday promotions each week, right? And so we've been doing some bulk bundle deals. Last week we dropped some Lucky Craft LV500s, some Fat BDS 2s and 3s, some KJs. This week we added to that. If you're a top water fan, we've got a few bulk bundle deals going. Again, when you do a bulk bundle, you choose the color and you're buying the 4-pack of it. You're buying the inner case of it. And by doing that, you're going to save 50, 60, 70% off the price of doing individual baits, which is a great deal. So this week we have Sammy 100s, which is a staple topwater for a lot of us. It's a great one for this time of the year when you're fishing skinny water. So Sammy 100s are on the deal. We also have a couple of Gunfish up there. So there's Gunfish 95s up there, and there's also Gunfish 115s up there. And so if you guys are fans of topwater, this is a great chance, and it's all good colors, okay? So it's not like junk colors in there. There's ghost minnows, there's clears, there's threadfin shads, everything you need. So check out the bulk bundles from this week from Lucky Craft. Those are live now. All right, we also ran a couple of other promotions this week. Again, just trying to prep for the holidays, give you guys a chance to scoop stuff up early. If you are a fan of apparel, if you like to wear clothes that has our logo on it, we've got some really good deals on some Sims jackets. We've got some really good deals on some long sleeve shirts. There's even some deals on some rain gear and some other things that aren't logoed, so you might want to check that out. We'll put links below, but it's a great chance to scoop those up too. Finally, we added a bunch of new models and some special pricing to our used rod collection this week. If you're on our email list, you would have got the email blast, and a lot of you guys took advantage, so thank you very much. This is the last week of special pricing on these models, so if you didn't get it or you're on the fence and you want to scoop them up, take a look. There are some amazing models on there from Megabass, Shimano, Daiwa, G. Loomis. So go ahead and scoop those up if those speak to you. Those are all live now. And just like that, it is a wrap for today. David, do you have a favorite product of the day?
I feel like it would be disrespectful if I do not mention our custom colors.
Those are cool. That was a fun collab. They came out great. They look great. So I hope you guys appreciate. I hope you guys catch a ton of fish on it. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate you even looking at them. I'm pretty stoked about those as well. Really stoked about the Deep Six colors. Like, that's just such a game changer for me because that's a bait that I throw all the time. Volup Minnow, of course, is going to be a really fun one to play with. I hope you guys enjoy the bentos, the tiny jokers, everything we talked about today. If you guys have questions on anything that I didn't cover, drop it down below. I also leave my Instagram handle at the beginning of every episode. You can track me down. Happy to go down any rabbit hole you guys want to. And again, on behalf of myself and David and everybody here at the Hookup Tackle Guys, thank you for your business. Thank you for watching these videos and for hanging on Sunday mornings. Cheers to you guys. David, cheers. Happy
Cheers.
Sunday. Happy Sunday to you guys. I will see you guys again next weekend, which will be in November. Have a safe last week of October. Happy Halloween, everybody. For now, peace. This one's definitely better. This is a fucking tail, dude. Yeah, that's a mouse.
The morning dawn tail.
Yeah, but that looks beautiful. Redhead, morning dawn, that's got all the colors. Yours is dumb.
Mine's
Yours-
fish catching.
Yours is just a blade.
Mine's for catching fish. It's gonna attract drop shot fishermen. They're gonna be like, oh my god, look at that morning dawn worm. Oh.
You know what? Maybe
Yeah,
what
we're
I
filming.
should do is I should do. Oh, dude. You come up with some stupid ass ideas,
But they all catch fish.
but this, I feel dumb and genius at the same time. Bro. Micro citizen tail.
It's not gonna work.
That's disgusting.
not
What do you
gonna
mean
work.
it's not going to work?
It's not gonna work.
It's going to be a paddle tail.
No, it's not gonna work. It's gonna-
100%.
It's gonna go like this in the water and it's gonna drag.
No, dude, this is it. 1v1?
1v1.
It's over. Look at that. That's disgusting.
Griff, what you got, man?
He's got nothing.
I just got a blade on the back. It's gonna make a clinking sound. It's gonna go clink, clink,
When
clink,
did
clink,
you
clink.
turn boring?
I want to catch fish.
I think it's your age.
But when I get old, I get to get it fun again. Is that what you're saying?
Goodbye, Griff.